Namaste children, welcome to today's maths class, and today we are going to discuss a new chapter, lines and angles. That is chapter number 5, lines and angles. In the previous class we studied about the rational numbers. Now we are going to discuss a new chapter, lines and angles. So you are already familiar with these lines and angles. Then what we are going to study in addition to that in this chapter? So you know the little knowledge about the lines and angles like perpendicular lines, parallel lines, a line, intersecting lines, and angles. You know what is an angle, and types of angles based on their measure, that is acute angle, obtuse angle, right angle, zero angle, reflex angle, and complete angle. So in addition to this, we are going to study some more angles and some more lines. What is the relation between the lines and the angles? How the angles will form? If the angles are formed, how they are related to the angles when that is two lines are intersected by another line? What we call that is a transversal. A new topic, that is transversal, we are going to study in class 7. Now we'll start our lesson. So here, so lines and angles. So you have come across, what is this? It is a point. This dot represented with the pencil. The dot represented with the pencil is known as a point. So geometry starts with point. And then, so a line segment. So line segment, this is, you can represent it here, this is point. And then line segment, what is a line segment? A line segment has two end points. Let this is one point A and this is the other point. By joining these 2 points, we get a line segment. This line segment, this is AB is the line segment where A and B are end points. So how many end points are there? Here it is. Here we have 2 end points are there. 2 end points. A line segment has 2 end points. And how it is represented? It is represented as, how it is represented? It is represented as AB line segment. So like this we represent the line segment AB. When this line segment extended on both the sides endlessly, if this line segment extended on both the sides endlessly, that figure is known as a line. Now what is a line? A line is the figure formed by extending on both the end points of the line segment AB or any line segments. So this is line segment AB and it is extended like this on both the sides. Then we call this as a line. And how many end points are there in a line? A line do not have end points. No end points. No end points. A line has no end points. No end points or no end point. And how these lines are represented? So lines are represented as this line AB line, like this with the 2 arrow marks will represent AB line. So we will represent lines with small letters also. Let this is a line. It is represented with L, line L, and this is a line. One more, it is represented with the letter called M. So lines will be represented with the small letters or the capital, 2 capital letters we will take to represent the line. So line segment. The other one, it is arrow. What is an arrow? Arrow is what is an arrow? An arrow is a geometrical figure which has one end point. This is one end point. The other side it ends endlessly. It extends endlessly. This figure is known as an arrow. This figure is known as arrow. What is an arrow? It is AB is an arrow. Here it is. The line segment which extends at one side from one end point. If it extends endlessly, that figure is known as an arrow and it has only one end point. Only one end point is there for a ray. And how it is represented? The line, so in the ray or arrow or ray we can call it as arrow or it is ray also we can call. So ray. So we use the word ray instead of arrow here in geometry. So ray and arrows also will use. Ray is what it has only one end point, and how it is represented. A ray is represented. A ray is represented as what is this AB and above will write one arrow like this. So this is the representation of a ray. So like this terminology we have studied in class, even in the class 6 and even class 5. So what we studied about the angles. What is an angle? An angle is a geometrical figure which is obtained by joining two rays. The two rays with the common end point. Let this is one ray with the point as O. OA is a ray and the other one is OB is the other ray. OB and OA. OA the end point it is O. OB the end point is O. Now they have both the rays have same end point. This kind of figures are known as angles. So what are angles? Angles are formed or obtained by joining or the fusion of two rays with the common end point. The fusion or the combination of two rays with the common end point is known as an angle. So what is an angle? It is the combination of two rays with same end point, with the common end point. Two rays with common end point is known as an angle. How this angle is represented? So now this point O is called vertex of the angle. OB and OA are the arms of the angles. OA and OB. So what is OB and OA here? It is arms of the, these two are OA and OB, both are what? Arms of the angle. Arms of the angle on point O is known as the vertex of the angle. So here two arms OA and OB and one vertex O. Then how it is represented angle AOB? How it is represented? It is angle AOB. Symbolically you write angle AOB. The middle letter will give you the vertex of that angle, or the angle is formed at vertex O. It is symbolically written like this. How we write angle AOB is symbolically written as angle AOB. The symbol for angle is like this, right? This is the symbol for an angle. Now we will discuss the types of angles based on the measure. Now we discuss types of angles. So already we have come across in class 6. So types of angles based on their measure. So that is acute angle. What is an acute angle? An angle whose measure is more than 0 degrees and less than 90 degrees. Whose measure is an angle whose measure is more than 0 degrees, and less than 90 degrees is known as an acute angle. What is an acute angle? What is its measure? Its measure lies between 0 and 90. So you can write some of the examples. Here it is 75 degrees, 89 degrees, 81 degrees, 35 degrees, 76 degrees, etc. These are what? Less than 90 degrees and more than 0 degrees. Then acute angle, obtuse angle. What is an obtuse angle? So an obtuse angle is an angle whose measure is more than 90 degrees and less than 180 degrees. So an acute angle whose measure is more than 90 degrees, more than 90 degrees and less than 180 degrees is known as an obtuse angle. It is more than 90 degrees means 91 degrees is an obtuse angle, more than 90 degrees, and less than 180 degrees means 179 degrees is also an obtuse angle. So it is from 91 to 179 degrees. They are the obtuse angles. So now we can add some more examples. 135 degrees, 120 degrees and 150 degrees etc. are the obtuse angles. Next, right angle. What is a right angle? So right angle is an angle whose measure is 90 degrees. Whose measure is 90 degrees. An angle whose measure is 90 degrees is called a right angle. Is called a right angle. So what is a straight angle? Straight angle. So what is a straight angle? An angle whose measure is equals to 180 degrees. An angle whose measure is equal to 180 degrees is called a straight angle. Is called a straight angle. Now what is the other one? It is reflex angle. So what is reflex angle? It is more than 180 degrees and less than 360 degrees. An angle whose measure is more than 180 degrees and less than 360 degrees is called a reflex angle. That is example. We have more than 180 degrees means 181 degrees and 186 degrees, 270 degrees, 359 degrees etc. all are the reflex angles. Complete angle we have studied. The measure of an angle is equals to 180 degrees. Then the angle is known as complete angle. So the complete angle is what? Whose measure is 180 degrees. An angle whose measure is 360 degrees is known as complete angle. An angle whose measure is 360 degrees is known as a complete angle. So these are the types of angles we have studied in the lower class, that is in class 5 and class 6. Now what we are going to study, so far what we discussed is from class 6 and 5. Now we are going to study, other than this we have some more angles are there, that is complementary angles, supplementary angles, adjacent angles, linear pair of angles, vertically opposite angles. Now we will discuss these 5 types of angles. Is it clear, children? Types of angles. Now we will discuss complementary angles, supplementary angles. What are complementary angles and what are supplementary angles? These complementary angles means a pair of angles, means 2 angles. Supplementary angles also a pair of angles, it means 2 angles. A pair of angles whose measure is equals to 90 degrees are a right angle. A pair of angles whose measure is equals to 90 degrees or a right angle are known as complementary angles. The sum of any 2 angles is equals to 90 degrees. The sum of any 2 angles is equals to 90 degrees. Then we call those 2 angles are known as complementary angles. So what are complementary angles? A pair of angles, a pair of angles whose measure is whose measure is 90 degrees, whose measure is 90 degrees, or a right angle, are known as complementary angles, So examples you can write here. The examples: 30 degrees, 60 degrees is one pair of complementary angles. 50 degrees, 40 degrees is one pair of complementary angles. 25 degrees, and it is, what is the other pair of 25 degrees, which if they are complementary angles, the other pair it is, how can you get 90 minus 25, that is 65 degrees. If 15 degrees is one angle, then what will be the other complementary angle? That is, their sum should be equals to 90 degrees. How can we find the other angle? That is by subtracting from 90. 90 minus 15 will get, go for borrowing, 10 minus 5, 8 minus 1, 75 degrees. So these are the some of the examples of complementary angles. So complementary angles are what? A pair of angles whose measure is 90 degrees or a right angle are called the complementary angles, and these are the examples. So you get, for example, this is a figure given, it is 60 degrees, and the other figure is given, this is 30 degrees. Are these two are complementary angles? Yes, they are complementary angles, because 60 plus 30 it is 90 degrees. This is A figure, A and angle B, both are, their sum is equals to 90 degrees. Therefore these two angles are complementary angles. If you want, you can draw some more. Like this, it is 80 degrees, and this is what? This is 10 degrees. Now, can we call these two are complementary angles? Yes, these two are complementary angles. Why? 80 plus 10 is 90 degrees. Can we call these two angles are complementary angles? If I write here like this is 30 degrees, and it is what I mean to say, it is 50 degrees. This is 50 degrees. Can we call these pair of angles are complementary angles? No. Why? Because 30 plus 50 it is 80 degrees. But we should get how much? 90 degrees. Therefore, these are non-complementary angles. These two are not complementary angles, but these two are 60 and 30 pair of complementary angles, and it is 80 and 10 complementary angles. So how do we find complementary angle of another angle? By subtracting the given angle from 90 degrees, we can find the complementary angle. So now we will discuss supplementary angles. What are supplementary angles? Supplementary angles are also a pair of angles whose measure is equals to 180 degrees or a straight angle. 180 degrees or a straight angle. So supplementary angles. A pair of angles whose sum is 180 degrees. A pair of angles whose sum, or a pair of angles whose measure is 180 degrees or a straight angle, is or are known as supplementary angles. Supplementary angles are a pair of angles whose measure or whose sum is 180 degrees. Example, we can write here it is 120 degrees, 60 degrees. 120 plus 60, 180 degrees. 110 degrees, 70 degrees. 110 degrees, 70 degrees. 60 degrees, or you can take 50 degrees, 130 degrees. You take, it is 75 degrees, and this is 105 degrees. 105 degrees. If you observe here 90 degrees, 90 degrees. If you observe here this type of angles, we have one angle is acute angle, the other angle is obtuse angle. Almost on all the examples, one angle is acute, the other one is obtuse angle. But here we have two angles are right angles, that is 90 degrees and 90 degrees. These are some of the examples of supplementary angles. How can we find the unknown supplementary angle? Again, that is by subtracting the known angle from 180 degrees. See here, the supplementary angle of 35 degrees is equals to what? How can you find 35 degrees? Supplementary angle of 35 degrees. That is, this is known angle. This, if you subtract from 180 degrees, we will get its supplementary angle. So 10 minus 5 is 5, 7 minus 3 4, and it is 1. How much it is? 145 degrees. 145 degrees. So how can you find the supplementary angles or complementary angles? When we know one angle, by subtracting from the known angle from 180 degrees and from 90 degrees respectively, we will get supplementary angle and complementary angle. Now we can say whether they are supplementary angles or not. 70 degrees, 120 degrees. Or these are supplementary angles? No. Why? Because sum of these two, it is 70 plus 120, which is equals to 190. So this is not a pair of supplementary angles. You take one more example. 105 degrees, 105 degrees, 125 degrees. Are these two are a pair of supplementary angles? No. Why? 105 plus 125 is 230 degrees, which is more than 180 degrees. Therefore, this pair of angles are also not supplementary angles. Symbolically also we can write. Now this is 110 degrees, and it is, what will be the other angle? It should be 70 degrees. So 110 degrees and 70 degrees is, this is one pair of supplementary angles. So like this, we will discuss supplementary angles and complementary angles, and we will find the unknown supplementary angle or unknown complementary angle. Now we will discuss adjacent angles and linear pair of angles. Now we will discuss adjacent angles and linear pair of angles. What are adjacent angles? See the meaning. Adjacent means side by side. The angles which lies side by side, it means that having the common vertex and one arm is common, and the two non-common arms are lying on either side of the common arm are known as adjacent angles. I will explain in detail. Adjacent angles. What are adjacent angles? A pair of angles with common vertex. Vertex should be common, same vertex should be there, and one common arm. What is an arm? Arm means is a ray. One common arm and non-common arms lying on either side of the common arm. Are called adjacent angles. What are adjacent angles? A pair of angles with common vertex. And one common arm, and non-common arms lying on either side of the common arm are known as adjacent angles. See here, this is now here you take, this is here. Now we have two angles are there, like this is OA, OB and OC. Now here we have two angles are there, that is angle AOB is one angle and angle BOC. Angle BOC are two angles are there. They have the common angle BOC. O is the vertex. Angle AOB. O is the vertex. They have common vertex O, and OB is the common vertex for both the angles. And these two are, that is OA and OC are non-common arms. How they are lying? They are lying on either side of it. One arm on the other side, the other arm is the other side of the, what it is? The common arm. This kind of angles, that is angle AOB, comma angle BOC are adjacent angles. Adjacent angles. Now we take here one more question. We can take, see like this is. So now here we have two angles are there. Let this is P and it is O, that is Q and it is R. So here angle POQ and angle QOR are the two angles. Again, these two angles, they have the common vertex O, and OQ is the common arm. This kind of angles are known as adjacent angles. You see here, angle POQ, comma angle QOR are adjacent angles. They are the adjacent angles. Now we see here one more example. You take here. This is, so let it is A, it is O, and it is B, it is C, and it is D. Here we have two angles are there. Angle AOC or angle AOB and angle BCD, this angle. So what about these two angles? Are they adjacent angles? No. Why? Because here the vertex for this angle is O. And for this angle the vertex is C. They don't have the common vertex. Therefore angle AOB and angle BCD. Here itself you see. Here the vertex is O for angle AOB and angle for BCD. C is the vertex. These are non-adjacent angles. Adjacent angles. I think you understand what are adjacent angles. Adjacent angles will have one common vertex and one common arm, and the two non-common arms will lie on either side of the common arm. Such type of angles are known as adjacent angles. Next, what are linear pair of angles? Linear pair. See, pair means it is two. A pair of angles, that is also adjacent angles. A pair of adjacent angles whose sum is 180 degrees are known as a linear pair of angles. A pair of adjacent angles whose measure is 180 degrees. Such angles are known as linear pair of angles. Or a pair of adjacent angles whose non-common arms are exactly lying on opposite side to each other. So linear pair of angles like this. You take now this we have. What is this? It is a straight line. This one we take A, B, C, and it is D. So here we have two angles are there. Angle ABC and angle CBD or DBC. Both are adjacent angles. They have the common vertex B and the common arm BC. But sum of these two angles is equals to how much? 180 degrees. How we know they are equals to 180 degrees? Because they are lying on the same line. The total angle on a straight line is equals to 180 degrees. Here angle ABD, angle DBC are linear pair of angles. Linear pair of angles means what is their measure? Their measure is equals to 180 degrees. Linear pair of angles is 180 degrees. It means if it is 120 degrees means this will be how much? 60 degrees. Similarly, we can find if one angle we know from the linear pair of angles, the other angle we can find by subtracting the known angle from the 180 degrees. By subtracting known angle from 180 degrees, you will get the unknown angle of a pair of linear pair of angles. Now, before we have studied supplementary angles, a pair of angles whose sum is equals to 180 degrees. Linear pair of angles also their sum is equals to 180 degrees. Now I have a question. Are all linear pair of angles are supplementary angles? Are all supplementary angles are linear pair of angles? Yes, we will discuss here this. All linear pair of angles all linear pair of angles are supplementary angles. All linear pair of angles. Linear pair of angles are supplementary angles. Supplementary angles. But all supplementary angles are not. All supplementary angles are not linear pair of angles. Linear pair of angles are not linear pair of angles. Why it is? Small example. See here. This is 120 degrees. That is 120 degrees, and it is what I need to say here. I will draw. Let it is 60 degrees. Now sum of these two angles is equals to what? 180 degrees. 120 plus 60 is 180 degrees. These two pair, this pair form is supplementary angle. But are they linear pair of angles? No. Why? Because they don't have the common vertex. This is here for this 120 degrees vertex, and for 60 degrees vertex is different. That's why these two angles are not a linear pair of angles. It means that all supplementary angles are not linear pair of angles, and all linear pair of angles are supplementary angles. So this is about adjacent angles and linear pair of angles. Is it clear, children? Have you understand this? Linear pair of angles, their measure is equals to 180 degrees. I hope you understand on today's concept, and your homework is please write the notes which we have discussed in this class in your classwork. Thank you very much. We will continue in the next class vertically opposite angles, and we will solve the problems related to this concept. Thank you once again.